So today's Sunday afternoon. We're heading out. This might be the only day for a while that we get to plant, so I'm following my brother. He's got the seed tender, taking it to a field. Gonna drop that off, head back towards our planters, take them out, and hopefully get a little bit planted today. We'll just see how it goes from there. So a couple guys were selling this stuff out of the back of their pickup, so we were going to give it a try this year. I don't know, they make a heck of a perfume, so I'd try their seed out. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So what this stuff is here in this bucket that I'm putting in, it's 80% talcum powder and 20% graphite. So it's a blend to help the vacuums and also the seed flow of, well, the seed. What I'll do is you just kind of sprinkle it in there like that. And if you really want to get excited, you could stir it in or something, but it shakes enough that it usually gets it blended off in there. Put the lid on. Everything looks kosher. Let's get back to planting, I guess. So one of the things, So one of the things I do to help document where I place the seed, if I come in back into here on my screen, right here where it says variety, I'll tap on that. I'm only planting a single variety, so I tap on this, and then I search for the seed variety. It's this one might cleared me. 213, that's what we put in right there. Hit OK, OK, OK. And so now it'll start documenting what seed I put in this box. So when we go back, that way we can just know where it is we planted everything, basically. So today I am planning on what we call here gravity fields, gravity irrigated, which means we lay pipe out along the end of the field, and then we run water down rows that we make ridges for later in the season after the corn gets up. And so that's one of the reasons why we went to 2 mounted planters. We actually used to have 1 mounted 12 row, and then my brother had a 24 row pull type. And so with those, I usually did all the gravity fields just because I could pull further out to the ends. And I'll show you here in a second when we get to an end what I mean by I have to pull clear out to the end, because what we do, we don't plant end rows along the end that we lay out pipe, meaning that we don't have turn rows, some people call them. So we have to pull clear out just so we don't waste, not planting stuff, but still have a small road that we can lay out the pipe for. So we're coming up to the end of the field here where the pipe will lay out. And so what we got to do here is basically pretty much drive clear to the end of the deal, and then we'll lift our planter up, and you got to back up. Some guys will do this in different ways. Some guys will back clear around or they'll do kind of what I do here, is just turn as tight as they can this way. And so then you gotta kind of get lined back up with the row, which the auto track does a fine job of that. It's kind of over a row. But then as we back up here, we kind of get to about where the other planter mark, where we lifted it up. Let it down. Then we take back off. Away we roll. Well, I got a comment in one of my videos asking how the flux was on these mounted 3-point bars. Well, this right here, if you can kind of see this section right here, I believe they call these gull wings, and what those allow the wings to do of the planter is to flex up and down like this through ditches and stuff. So I don't know if you can kind of see that long arm that runs along there. That allows those wings to do that. There are other bars that are rigid from the factory that are kind of meant for more flat ground, but in our hills, no, we have to have something like that in order to keep your wings down and or to be able to flex through hills. We actually took regular 12 rows and one of our old 12 rows and made these planters ourselves. We just added the high speed and the central fill box ourselves to them. It used to be a box planter, but we really wanted to have the CCS box just for efficiency. It's getting later here on Sunday night. Looks like the rain might be moving in, potentially. Looking at radar, it doesn't look like heavy rain, but what it does is it kind of makes a mess out of things. There's some heavy dust, and then you get a little bit of sprinkles on it, and it just sticks to everything, especially, I don't know, your windows and such. Well, we got just enough to make us quit for the evening. It's not a heavy rain, but it's just enough to get dirt build up on the true, not the true V's, but the gauge wheels, and this makes the ground just sticky enough that it just won't allow us to go, and it'll mess up the seed depth and stuff like that. Maybe I can talk to these guys to see if they found any dry land. Hey, you guys find any dry land? They ain't talking. So I noticed last night when I was running the tractor that one of my front U-joints, a CB joint on the front end here that drives the four-wheel drive, the mechanical front-wheel drive of this tractor, was wobbling. And so I came down here and I can shake this, and you shouldn't be able to shake that. I can notice it kind of going like this, and so my attempt, we're going to attempt to try to switch that out sometime. Depending on if we can go today, I might wait for tomorrow, because if the breeze kind of keeps up, we might be able to plant a little bit today. That's what I'm kind of going around checking fields. But no, I'm going to try to change that CV joint out, get that fixed while we're damp, because it looks like the rest of this week's just going to be rainy. But kind of looking here, it's just kind of, I don't know if we'll have enough. The problem is we got sun, we got a little breeze, it is a little cool. It's not even 50 quite yet, so I don't know. Maybe later, if it stays like this, we'll see. One thing, when it deals with parts, I don't know if I'll be able to show you here, is a lot of times I find this easier to almost, I kind of know what the part is, I know where it's located at on a tractor, So you can kind of go to the John Deere's website. Actually, our dealer's got a portal you can also go through, but it's linked to the John Deere website. And what you can do here is I'll log in. You can see that says John Deere parts. And so that'll log us in. I can go to the John Deere parts catalog. Then I type in, that guy is an 8310R. I want the worldwide version. RT is it for a track tractor. This one is not, obviously. So then you kind of get parts diagram. We don't want the engine part. That's fan, radiator. The independent link suspension, which is ILS, looks more like this guy. So we're going to click on him. Go through. Nope. Nope. Looks like I want number 11. That's what I want. So yeah, if you can see on this, I don't know how close I can get, but I kind of want this piece right here, number 8. So I looked that up. I might get the seals too, just because those can break. You come down here and look at number 8. Universal drive shaft, that's what I want. I don't need 2. They're probably assuming that it's for both sides. But anyway, I can add that to cart. And then I send it. I can pay for it. You can put it on farm plan, which is kind of an account through Deere, or you can charge it either way. But no, a lot of times that helps the parts guys, because sometimes going in there trying to describe what the heck you're trying to do is I feel for those guys, because sometimes I'll come in and I'm like, I need this doohickey that attaches to the jiggamarole, and then they got to try to figure that out. So sometimes if I kind of know something, I'll go do it this way. Other times I'll still go to the parts guys. They're really good to work with. They got to know a lot of stuff. There is a lot of John Deere equipment out there, so just being able to know it all. A good parts guy is really useful though still, because he can go through, look all that up for you, or we can do it this way. They could set it out and ready to go. So we got back into the field now. It dried out enough. I know it looks crazy that it's dusty, but it was wet this morning. But you know, you get that little top layer and it just can turn to dust. We had a pretty windy day, and so it's a little moist underneath, but it's doing a really good job right now. So this is what we got going on here. We're taking this is the part that's bad right here. And so we got to take this cross out here. There's 12 point, I already got the bolts out. Hopefully it slides out. Come over on the other side. There is a bolt that went in here. And then this is the shaft that comes in from the other side. As you can see, I can kind of maybe push it in. And hopefully, ideally, it slides out, I guess. Here's where we're going. Got this off of there. This should slide out of there. As you can see, that I don't know, slides up and in and out of there so that wheel height can adjust. So right here is the new one. What's really disappointing is it isn't even like pure John Deere green. It's like, I don't know, Oliver green. But that's what it looks like. $1,600 worth of equipment right there. So today's Tuesday. It hasn't really done much today. It's just gotten kind of cool. It's around mid 40s right now, which is pretty cool for May, almost May. But anyway, starting to get a little bit of precip on the windshield, not much, but all in all, just kind of waiting to see what it does, I guess, and we'll just go from there, I guess. We'll call that good. So if you like what's going on, again, please subscribe, do whatever you got to do, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.